medicinal marijuana and recreational marijuana. I think all of you are for medicinal marijuana. Are you for the legalization of recreational marijuana?
I'm for medicinal marijuana, and I'm for doing it right now. And I am the only candidate that is for decriminalizing a half ounce or less of marijuana. We just cannot afford, folks, in a state this broke, to spend $50 million a year prosecuting 11,000 people for possession of small amounts of marijuana. It's dumb, it's expensive, and it's also terribly racist in its application. So this is a chance for us to do the right thing.
But if you're for decriminalizing it, are you for legalizing?
Well, Matt, we have to walk before we run. And by decriminalizing it, it affords us the opportunity to prepare local communities for what they would do in the event that this experiment worked and we wanted to go to full-blown legalization.
Mr. Adkins.
Serving in the General Assembly and having a chance to be a co-sponsor of the medical marijuana bill, I studied the research of both the scientific and medical evidence that, without question, being a cancer survivor, as I mentioned, that there's no question that for certain medical conditions, medical marijuana is the right approach. That can't even pass the General Assembly. On a 16-to-1 vote coming out of the committee, it didn't even get a vote on the House floor from the majority party in Frankfort, Kentucky.
So recreational?
Recreational. Kentucky is not ready. I'm not for it yet. Not for it yet. I agree that we got to walk before we run. Medical marijuana needs to be debated. It needs to be passed in Kentucky.
Mr. Beshear.
Well, as you know, I'm for medicinal marijuana. And folks, I'm the top law enforcement official in the state. I didn't come to this lightly, but I have seen the devastation of opioids. I have met with and held hundreds now of parents that have lost children to this epidemic. And we have got to have a way to treat chronic pain that doesn't load medicine cabinets up with things that make people addicted and give hundreds of billions of dollars to companies that have caused deaths of Kentuckians. But when it comes to keeping people out of jail, I've actually acted. We funded the Rocket Docket for several years, which moves people out of the criminal justice system into treatment as quickly as they can get there.
So no on recreational.
Well, every state that's done this right has done medicinal first. It helps you put the procedures in place. Being Attorney General, I know that I can do that responsibly because we have to do it right. Real prescription, controls over dispensaries, it has to be done in an orderly way.
All right.